keep that warm for me.
I'm getting this one, another one.
Right, Norman, but I think Stanionis is the number 2 in the welterweight division. Can he knock off Boots? Yeah, of course he can. Do I think he will? No, but he can.
What do you get it ready for?
For Ennis, Boots.
Oh, you fighting Boots in it?
Yeah.
147?
Yeah.
Stanionis is it's a great fight, and I feel like, I know I'm the best at the welterweight division, and he the second best, and the best fighting the best.
Jaron Ennis will put up his belt against the belt of Eimantas Stanionis April 12th in luxurious Atlantic City.
I love that fight. I'll tell you though, Kim, like I mentioned last time, I was a little concerned with him squeezing himself down to the weight class. He's going to do it yet again. It's a big opportunity for Stanionis if he's able to hang in there and maybe catch him in the later rounds. A big fan of Boots, but I feel like he's bursting out the seams and he's doing himself a disservice, squeezing himself down to this weight class. I think he'll shine even more once he starts stepping up in weight.
Stanionis is a hard-nosed, rugged, two-fisted grinder. Not great one-punch power, but he beats on you. Leaves bruises all over your...
Nice, right? Nice. Over and under, right there. Over and under with that same hand, right there. Yeah, turn it. Turn your hip with it. Do it again. Go take that hip with it. That's it. Do it again. Come back with the hook. Nice, nice, nice.
What about Boots? Boots is the mandatory. He's calling you out now.
Right now in my career, a lot of people like boost this, boost that, boost this. Fighting Boots is a lose-lose situation. I win, they're gonna say, oh, well, he was young, he wasn't ready. You got the experience over him. You got so much more than this kid that never been tested before, because we always seen him win a fashionable way, to where we say, oh man, he's cold, he's skillful, but he's never been in the ring with nobody to test him. Me fighting Boots is not a mega fight. I'm looking for a big challenge. Not taking anything away from Boots, but where I am at in my career right now, on my ass off to get to where I am. And I deserve to do whatever the fuck I want.
What do you get it ready for?
For Ennis, Boots.
Oh, you fighting Boots in it?
Yeah.
147?
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta lose some weight too.
Yeah. part of the game, huh?
I can't believe Eimantas Stanionis re-signed the PBC, man. That's got to be one of the saddest things I've seen. I hope that shit is so fake. I mean, it ain't fake because Michael Coppinger reporting it, but damn, he shouldn't have did that, man. I don't know what they gonna give him on that PBC side.
Let me tell you something. Jaron Ennis passes the eye test. He's never been in a fight for me to convincingly say he's passed the test. He's never been through adversity. Never been hurt. Never really been hit and clipped that had him dazed. It hasn't happened. So for everybody saying Jaron Boots Ennis is the truth, he beats everybody, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. He does pass the eye test, I'll tell you that. But this fight against Stanionis was 15-0 and Jaron Ennis 33-0. This is the fight, in my opinion, that's going to say if he passes the test. Like, Stanionis is a tough Lithuanian. He gets busy in the ring. Bit of inactivity. You can blame Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford for that shit. But the bottom line is Stanionis ain't coming to lay down. If Boots can do Stanionis the way he did Roman Villa, then Boots is on his way. Anyway, I got Boots. Probably by stoppage late in the fight, Stanionis takes too many shots, and then he'll be on, hopefully, to a unification.
Jaron Ennis versus Eimantas Stanionis, April 12th at the Boardwalk. Unification class at welterweight. Jaron Ennis is finally getting a chance to crack, getting a crack at getting another title. He's been clamoring that he wants he wants to be chasing legacy. And I'm not mad at that, because I feel like more guys should chase legacy. But, this is supposed to be a good scrap. Both guys are undefeated, if I'm not mistaken. I think Ennis is 33-0, 29 KOs. Forgot what Stanionis is. But, Stanionis comes from that Eastern European style. And he's going to make it very tough on Jaron Ennis. It's not going to be a cakewalk. And, I'm kind of glad that, Stanionis, finally came out and said, I'm still right here. Guys, like the disregard Stanionis, don't even say his name. And, you really will forget, he has the WBA title at welterweight.
This high guard up, but he's actually low-key a counter-puncher. A lot of people don't realize that and don't see him as a counter-puncher because most people, when they see a counter-puncher, they're seeing shit like this. They slip, and then they tag him. But Stanionis doesn't do that. You see, he's very sneaky. If you know boxing, you know what I'm talking about. This dude of being his high guard And then as soon as you attack, he attacks with you. Soon as you throw your shit, yo, he'll tag you with a freaking hook. Soon as you throw that, boom, he's throwing while you're throwing. So, and we know that Boots sometimes, he has the nice short, uppercuts and shit, but Boots likes to throw wide a lot of times. And if Stanionis happens to time Boots while Boots is going ham on him or whatever because he's on the high guard. So I know Boots is going to try to break his high guard. He's going to try to, go with his jab. He's going to try to throw the uppercuts in his southpaw stance, whatever he's going to get into. Stanionis already watched the tapes. He already knows. So he's going to work on that timing. So as soon as, Boots is trying to go to his body or go to, the side of his head or whatever the case may be, comment below if this actually does happen, because a lot of the times when I call these things that does happen, watch when I'm telling you while Boots is trying to break Stanionis' high guard, he's going to get caught with some shit. And I hope Boots can handle his power, because if Boots can't handle his power, he's going to get stumbled.
There was definitely conversations between Matchroom and Top Rank on that. Some numbers were discussed. We had to kind of halt those because our strict instructions for Ennis are, I want to unify. Yeah. And if I can't unify, I'll either move to 154 and fight Ortiz, or potentially we could fight Teofimo Lopez. I like the Lopez fight, but all he wants to do is unify. So we're going to exhaust those conversations with the champions, and if we can't make it, we could fight Lopez or we could fight Ortiz. But you will see, whatever happens, you will see Ennis either in a unification or a massive fight next.
What about that fight?
Boots is ready. I mean, I think whoever Boots fights, I think he can beat. And he's training super hard, so he's ready to fight. It's gonna be a good night for him too.
All right, now he's been after a unification bout for probably like the last year or so.
Yeah.
He's been in search of the big fights. Like, what is that like as a fighter, waiting to get an opportunity?
I don't know. I can't really tell you because I don't have a belt. But I mean, I'm sure he's excited, and he's been waiting for it for a while. So, I mean, I guess excitement.
Now, you've been in training camp with him. What kind of Jaron Ennis are you expecting to show up that night?
The best one that you've ever seen. He always works hard, so he's always in really good shape and strong and fast. So, I mean, you'll see this guy's good too.
Is going for his first unification bout.
Right.
Ring Magazine, WBA against Eimantas Stanionis.
Right.
Me and you've been talking for years. That's a fight that you had circled, I'm talking about 3-4 years back.
Way back, yes.
Now it's on the doorstep. What do you expect?
I expect a good fight, man, between Stanionis and Boots. I mean, he's a good fighter, man. Like I tell you, I don't talk about no fighters like them other guys be building themselves up and, saying this guy can't do this, guy can't do that. Once you're in that ring, man, you don't know anything can happen in that ring. But I know right now, and for sure, it's going to be a spectacular fight. You want to see Boots probably go to another level.
PBC seen food. You seen Eddie Hearn said that the PBC already messaged him and said, look, let's step aside Gayasev and go straight into the Boots fight. They seen food. They want
they trying to do Stanionis Boots?
Yeah, they want that food.
Now, Stanionis likes to fight on the inside. He's rough, rugged. Is he a level above a Karen, do you think?
He's good. Butayev, I rank him as a tough, dirty fighter. Stanionis got past that. Stanionis has a very disciplined jab. Like, he don't stop throwing that jab. Boots gonna have to get around that jab. But Stanionis don't move his head a lot. He's there to get hit. He's another target for Boots to really wail on. I mean, he gets hit. He just fights back. But that boy get hit.
We're jumping to an up-and-coming fighter that was just announced maybe a few weeks ago in regards to Jaron Boots Ennis. He's going to be facing Stanionis. For Stanionis. Well, both of them have titles, but this is the fight that people were, they want to see Boots in, and these are fights that Boots had wanted. He wanted to fight the champions.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden, he has Stanionis who stepped up to the plate and want to take that fight. Yep. Why do you think they're doing this now? Stanionis allowing him to fight Boots.
You said why?
Yeah.
I mean, it's time. You can't keep going back and forth with the same old story. This guy ducking, that guy ducking.
Jaron Boots Ennis is going to be fighting Eimantas Stanionis, who holds the WBA title and who's undefeated with the record of 15 wins with 9 knockouts. Now, this fight doesn't seem to be an easy fight for Jaron Ennis, especially not after his defense looked a little sloppy in his fight against Karanchuka John, and also because Eimantas has a lot of power, and stylistically, he could give Jaron Ennis problems because he's very good when it comes to putting pressure as he picks his shots wisely. But I do believe that Jaron Ennis is the best in the division, so I see him outboxing and outperforming Eimantas and taking the win by decision.
Jaron Ennis versus Eimantas Stanionis, a fight that's full of power and skill. Who do you think wins? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more boxing updates and expert picks. This is Pros Picks. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.